Welcome to State Insurance USA Cares podcast, where we celebrate the heart of our communities. Each episode, we highlight local charities and nonprofits who are bringing hope, help, and healing to those who need it most. Get ready to be inspired by the amazing stories of people making a difference, because together, we care.
Well, hello, it's Gail Langner with State Insurance Cares, a division of State Insurance USA. And today I'm so honored to have Marissa Battle here. She's with the All-Star Athletics Foundation. And Marissa, thanks so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
So when I was on your website, when I was originally studying, I think this might be a good nonprofit to donate to, it said, we really believe that kids should be kids. Yeah. And that, of course, includes sports, and sports are expensive. And I know I was a hockey mom. So,
oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. I know how expensive that is. So how did this come about? How did All-Star Athletics start?
Oh, okay. So we don't have all day, but I have personally 6 kids. My husband and I together have 8. 6 of them are mine, and they all do some sort of sport or involved in some sort of arts. I think one of the most expensive sports that my children decided to do was all-star cheerleading. And some years ago, they were at a gym, and I was the booster club president, and that gym wound up closing after COVID. So we went to a new gym, and we were there for about a year. And I was paying everything out of pocket, but I also had sons that were doing football in school. They were starting to go to camps, doing the recruiting process and whatnot. And after about a year, the new gym manager was like, I'm looking for someone to take over parts of the, fundraising for the gym, because they didn't really have anything coming back from COVID. And I was like, I'll do it. I know what I'm doing. So that's how it started. And then about a year later, I think I had maybe 2 years worth of tuition banked for my daughter at the gym. And I kind of was like, man, I wish I could take this money and use some of it for my boys, for their camps, for their recruiting visits. Like, it would be great if I could. And that little seed was planted in my brain. And about 8 months later, All-Star Athletics Foundation was born. So now what we do.
It came from you. It was your brainchild. Oh my gosh.
So so what we do now is we've been around since 2022, and every child that's in the foundation, if you know how booster clubs work, they just support the organization or the school that they're with. So our kids come from everywhere. We have cheerleaders at Top Gun. We have football players at Lehigh, at Dunbar. We have soccer players at DME Sports. So our kids come from everywhere. They get to fundraise, and they get their own little bank, and they get ledgers every month so that their parents see how much they fundraise. And then their parents can pull from that money for whatever they want, whether it's equipment, camps, tuitions, more uniform stuff, doesn't matter, whatever they want. And they can even use it for like travel expenses, as long as they're going to a competition or a camp. So it really helps.
That is a great concept, Marissa. How did you figure that out? That sounds pretty complex, actually.
Well, like I said, it took about 8 months. I did a lot of research because I wasn't sure if it was something that was legal, but it is, as long as we don't identify ourselves as a booster club, as long as we're not just donating to one organization or one school. The kids can all have their own account.
How did they find you? How did the kids find you?
Well, right now it's word of mouth. We do have the website. We are on Facebook. I did a podcast with another cheer organization a couple years ago. They also had me come in and speak last summer at one of their clinics. So basically, people just find us word of mouth. When we first started, I only had maybe 12 families. Now we have over 60 families with multiple kids and multiple sports doing multiple things.
That is incredible. Totally incredible. Now, when we did the check presentation, when we did the, just so our listeners know, we gave them the money online, but then we did the fake big check, put on Facebook thing. The kids that you brought, there somewhere, like one had graduated, right?
Right. So he was one of our originals. That was actually my son, Tommy.
Is that your son?
That was my son.
Super
Thank you. I take full credit for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he actually graduated. He was obviously one of our first athletes. He went to Lehigh Senior High School, and he's over at Kaiser University in West Palm Beach on a football scholarship now. But yeah, he came. He's home for the summer. He goes back on the 26th of this month. So
Okay.
he came, put on the shirt, took a picture.
Oh, that was so sweet, really. And then one did cheer, right?
Yes. So
My
Layla,
daughter cheered. I know what that's like. Yeah.
all-star cheerleading is
Oh,
so
yeah.
expensive.
It really
So
is.
so Layla, who came with us, she did cheer. She did all-star cheer at Top Gun. She's between sports now. And then the other little girl that came with us, she does all-star cheerleading at Top Gun as well, and she plays
Mhm.
football.
Okay. All right. What would be your biggest need? I mean, would it cash, obviously, but would you like to reach more families? Would that even be attainable? Would it be too much if you had more kids that you needed
No,
to?
we're always taking kids in. So we have a meeting next month. We'll post it on our Facebook page. Usually we do them at Blaze Pizza so that we can do their
Oh,
spirit
yeah.
night.
They're really
Yeah,
nice. Very
they're
nice people there.
so nice at the one
They
up
are.
here on 41, and they let us use
Yep.
their back patio. It's great. So shout out to them, to April over there. Amazing.
Yep.
So we'll probably have our meeting next month, but we're always taking kids in. We do so many different fundraisers. That's what we do. So we find fundraisers for these kids to do. So whether they're standing, in front of Publix asking for donations, doing bake sales, car washes, we have a contract with Hertz Arena, so we run concession stands with them. Ice
Oh,
cream carts upstairs in the suites. We're gearing up to do a huge color run. We've done quarter auctions. And then we do things like, the popcorn fundraisers and the cookie fundraisers and Super Bowl squares. I mean, we do multiple different fundraisers every single month for the kids. So we're always taking kids in. The more the merrier.
do you know when we are a big sponsor at Hertz Arena, and for the Everblades, and there a dad and a son came through selling tickets or something. Would that have been you? Do you think? Or
The hockey tickets, that's through the Everblades, the
they
little
were,
hockey kids
I
there.
can't
Yeah.
remember what they were selling. They were maybe doing
Yeah.
a raffle. Maybe they were
Yeah,
selling
those are that's
candy. I don't
none
know.
of those kids are my kids. Not
Darn.
yet. I think I'm getting one next month. She called me yesterday.
Okay.
But yeah, they have a rec league out there for little kids.
Okay.
So, and they come through during the hockey game selling 50/50 raffle tickets.
That's what they were doing then,
Yeah.
more than likely. Okay. All right. Well, give me an idea, or give our listeners an idea. What kind of fundraisers do you do? What's some of your best fundraisers you've done?
Well, our best fundraiser, I always tell our parents, is Hertz Arena.
Yeah.
I can't give it the Hoffman family what they've done there
Hmm.
to allow us to come in and fundraise, and it's not just us; it's other organizations throughout the county. It's just amazing. Every year, I'm going to say 60% of our fundraising money comes from Hertz Arena. Anna Marie over there, she does the food and beverage, and she's just
Hmm.
awesome. Her and Colette are just amazing.
Yeah.
So they let us come in, do the concession stands, do the ice cream carts upstairs, sometimes run some of the ice cream booths downstairs. So that's our biggest one. And then you'll always see our kids around town. We call them cannings, but they're more like meet and greets. Our
Hmm.
kids will stand in front of like Publix, Dunkin' Donuts, things like that. They'll tell you all about what they're doing. They'll tell you about the foundation, their sport, and just ask for donations. So that's our
Okay.
second biggest one.
That's great. And so people are generous,
Yes, they're
hopefully.
very
Yep.
generous. Yeah.
That's
And they go
wonderful.
everywhere. They're in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Babcock Ranch. Our kids are all over.
Do you coordinate that personally, or do you have like a committee that
I
helps
am
do that?
blessed to have a fundraising committee now. When I
Great.
first started, it was just myself and one other person, Liz. She did all the fundraisers.
Hmm.
And now Liz has 3 people that help her. So
Okay.
there's 4 moms total. So I'm very blessed. The only one that I still coordinate is Hertz Arena.
Mhm.
My kids my youngest is 16. So it's really hard to get her to go do a bake sale with a cute little 6-year-old. Nobody wants to
I'm
Nobody
sure.
wants to donate to a 16-year-old anymore.
No,
It's like, go get a job.
that's
So,
right. Having them come
um,
to your house for Halloween. No, no.
right.
I
So,
think your
um,
costume's cute, but no, you're not getting a
right.
candy
So
bar.
the only one I still coordinate is Hertz Arena, but the other moms, they coordinate. I have Bailey, Madison, Vanessa, Liz. They all coordinate all the other fundraisers. So I'm very blessed that they put up with me.
Oh, that is great. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close here, but Marissa, what I want you to do right now, please, I know the listeners that are going to be paying attention to this podcast are going to want to know how to reach you and what to do. Could you give us any information to be able to contact you to donate?
Sure. So yeah, because our kids are always looking for sponsors, and we'll put them on the back of shirts. We put them on our website. They get little plaques if they're businesses, little plaques to hang in their offices. So they can always call me at my cell phone. It's 239-245-3198, or they can email us at allstarathleticsfoundation@gmail.com.
Okay. Would you repeat the email one more time?
allstarathleticsfoundation@gmail.com.
Okay. And I'm assuming your website is All Star Athletics Foundation. If they wanted to go and donate online.
Yep, it's allstarathleticsfoundation.org. On the front page, there's a donate now button.
This big, right?
It takes up half the page.
Okay. All right, good. Oh gosh. Well, Marissa, thanks so much. Is there anything else you'd really like to get through to the general public before we go? Anything that you would like anybody to know?
I mean, obviously, I think our children are amazing. And one of the biggest reasons why this is very near and dear to me is because I had 6 kids who all went through sports, and I didn't have a resource like this. It was,
Right.
I have parents who have to go get second jobs just so that their kid can, cheer or play football or go to a camp, or actually have to, they have to say no, or they're at the Goodwill looking for cleats.
Right.
And I have kids who are like, well, I have to go to work here. I have to do that. It's any dollar amount that people want to fundraise or donate to these kids, it is used 100%. And if maybe you don't want to give a general donation, maybe you're like, well, I just want to sponsor an athlete in the sport that I did, basketball. I promise you, I have a basketball player.
Okay.
I have a hockey player. I have a football player. I have a kid in that sport who would love your donation.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, Marissa Battle, thank you so much for all you're doing for the youth in this area. And it is you're just a godsend. So thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks for being on the podcast today. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us on State Insurance USA Cares. We hope today's story uplifted and inspired you. If you'd like to support or learn more about the incredible work happening in your community, visit stateinsuranceusa.com or call 239-567-9992. You can also visit CaboWaboGym.com. Until next time, be sure to let your sun shine and keep sharing good and positive vibes wherever the waves take you.